now estimates his net worth, Musk, at about $279 billion. All I can take, Kayla, just to not go, I think I have. I haven't prevented it, to go full fanboy. I'm sorry. I can't. He's 50 years old. He sold his first video game that he designed writing code when he was 12 years old, 50 now, and just so fearless and so unwoke. And I don't know. I'm a fanboy. I'm sorry. I am. I admit it. Is that wrong? If loving him is wrong, I don't want to be right.
You don't want to be right?
No. I can't. I've tried not to, and I've just given myself to it now. Unbelievable.
Well, better late than never. In this video, an anchor in the mainstream finance media has finally come out of the closet and admitted, yes, I am an Elon Musk fanboy. In fact, I think Joe may be falling in love with Elon Musk, and in this video, I'll explain why this matters more than you might expect. So let's get into it. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can get 2 free stocks with WeBull, a free stock with Stake, free Bitcoin with Coinbase, and free Bitcoin with BlockFi, and the BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards credit card. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. When I started this channel back in 2019, there was 2 primary reasons, 2 sides of the same coin. 1, tell everybody about the opportunity in Tesla, and 2, fight the FUD in the mainstream finance media. If you guys haven't figured it out by now, the business model in the mainstream media, and to be honest, pretty much every media outlet, is to attract attention, gain advertising revenue, and make bank. That's how it works. And what grabs attention more than nice, positive, fun little stories? Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Things that stimulate our fight or flight response. Drama, destruction, chaos, problems, negativity, disasters, these kind of things attract attention. And when it comes to the mainstream finance media, Tesla and Elon Musk are the lowest hanging fruit of all. This company and this human have a gigantic target on their back. In 2019, Tesla's stock price was absolutely fucking absurd. I bought exactly 1,000 shares that year for a grand total of $51,000 US. Was this the single greatest risk-adjusted investment opportunity in the history of the stock market? You fucking bet it was. And why was Tesla stock so unbelievably cheap? 2 key reasons. 98% of the Wall Street stock analysts covering Tesla stock were brain dead morons, and what I mean by that is they had automotive experience. They understood the automotive industry. They got thrown Tesla to cover. Oh, it's got wheels, it's got windscreen wipers and doors, it must be a car. I did look at it like a car company called Tesla the car company. Obviously, that didn't age well. And the second reason is because of the clowns in the mainstream finance media. Shitting on Tesla, shitting on Elon Musk, not understanding the company, buying the BS being fed to them by the analysts. Oh, that's scary, that's dramatic, let's get them on, we'll get more attention, more advertising dollars. Oh, and who pays the bills on CNBS and other mainstream finance media outlets? You know, the biggest advertisers? Guess what they do? They make cars. So there's a little bit of a conflict of interest there. Legacy automotive manufacturers pay the bills of the people on the mainstream finance media. Do you think this could potentially affect some of the editorial focus? Could this potentially create a negative bias toward Tesla? You betcha. And as I predicted in the very early days of this channel, here's how things would play out over the next few years. First, Tesla starts making surprising profits quarter after quarter, growing way faster than anyone apart from Tesla, who stated their goals repeatedly over the last few years, could possibly have imagined. Then the brain-dead stock analysts start to either lose their jobs or wake up and realize, oh, I've been wrong on Tesla for the last 4, 5, 6 or 7 years in a row. Maybe I missed something, let me think again. Oh, you know what, Tesla's alright after all. And you know, it only took Tesla stock 10xing in value before most of Wall Street finally started to get it. There are still some exceptions to the rule, but hey, as I've said, the bell curve is real. Then the Tesla short sellers who are currently living in 1983 when value investing still made sense realize, oh shit, that was probably a bad idea, plus I've literally lost all my money, so I better stop shorting the stock. And as we know, today the only folks still shorting Tesla stock is suffering from severe mental illness and self-hatred, and there's not much that can be done about those poor, unfortunate souls. And finally, the talking heads in the mainstream finance media realized they were wrong about both Elon Musk and Tesla and turn into massive bulls. And that's where we're at today. We've seen the transformation of many anchors in the mainstream finance media. Salty McSalton, Brian over there on Yahoo Finance, has gone from hating the company 24/7 to now admitting they've done quite well. We've got Tim Seymour on from CNBS. I forget his surname. I think it's Seymour on, C less, whatever it is. The Tim guy, previously literally short Tesla stock, Melissa Lee trolling him. You still short Tim, that guy? He's now changed his tune as well, admitting the company's doing okay. Still not interested in the stock personally, but at least he's no longer shorting the company. This is the first instance where an anchor has outright said, I've turned into an Elon Musk fanboy. I admit it. So let's watch this beautiful moment when Joe finally feels comfortable to come out of the closet live on air about his Elon Musk fanboyism and just get it out in the open. And then we'll talk about the implications and why they matter, especially for Tesla stock investors.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk has sold another 934,000 shares in his company, worth about $1 billion, calls his broker. Sell me 934,000. Today. Broker goes ka-ching. Musk has been on a selling spree since early November, partly to pay his looming tax bills on his stock options. Speaking of those options, he exercised another 1.6 million at a strike price of $6.24, granted to him via, if you remember, that 2012 compensation package, which is so out of the money, looked like a good deal for everyone. It was a good deal, I think, for everyone, in fact. Forbes Net now estimates his net worth, Musk, at about $279 billion. All I can take, Kayla, just to not go, I think I have. I haven't prevented it, to go full fanboy. I'm sorry. I can't. He's 50 years old. He sold his first video game that he designed writing code when he was 12 years old, 50 now, and just so fearless and so unwoke, and I don't know. I'm a fanboy. I'm sorry. I am. I admit it. Is that wrong? If loving him is wrong, I don't want to be right.
You don't want to be right?
No, I can't. I've tried not to, and I've just given myself to it now. Unbelievable. 280 billion.
Well, I think that you have the benefit of being able to commentate on his moves rather than being an investor in perhaps the roller coaster stomach clutches of these companies. Investors certainly have gotten their returns, but it's not come without heartburn over the years, where he has his Twitter trigger finger talking about potential bankruptcies in his companies, and
he's crazy,
and various other things.
Smokes pot on the air. I mean, he's crazy. He's on Saturday Night Live. I also love him because he's called, sort of conceded, maybe I'm Asperger's, and I have a lot of affinity for those people. So I think he's awesome. I like the flamethrower too. That drove Andrew crazy. I mean, the minute, and I think that's when I really started loving him. I haven't bought one, although if you've seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, they come in handy occasionally. Coming up.
You see a little bit of yourself in him.
In Elon Musk?
Or you would like to?
I see zero of myself in him. I had even more time to do something, and here I sit. And he's that 280
There's
billion.
still time, Joe.
Yeah, there's still time.
What a beautiful moment. And Joe, welcome finally to the club. We're all Elon Musk fanboys and fangirls over here. Obviously, I'm just having a little bit of fun here, but this really does matter. And before I explain why, we're going to rewind the clock to earlier in 2021 when the catalyst, the watershed moment, happened live on CNBS.
Can I just tell you this, Sorkin?
Yes.
How awesome it was, and Becky, what he said about Asperger's. And I mean, I'm so grateful,
honestly,
so gratified, and I spoke to my son. I spoke to my son that morning. You just have no idea the type of, I don't know. It just really kind of enables you and makes you feel much better about yourself. It was amazing. It's really. That was
for
really
anybody
important.
who has different abilities.
Richest guy in the world, that smart, and because you deal with
I love him for that.
They're amazing people.
Not like some of the things he's done in the past, but the idea that he even said that that's part of the reason that he tweets some of the things he tweets and apologized for that. I'm like, okay, I get it.
I know. And I'm just, because it's difficult. But they're so gifted. But there are many things on a daily basis that make it difficult. But just to have someone that you see like that and say, wow, he has Asperger's too, it's amazing. It was great.
This emotional conversation, a moment of awakening, a turning point, occurred on CNBS just after Elon Musk had appeared on Saturday Night Live and told the world that he was on the autism spectrum. No shit, Sherlock, or maybe I can just spot my own kind. But anyway, this did come as a surprise to some of the folks on CNBS who suddenly rethought the way that they'd been judging Elon Musk. Now, it shouldn't have taken an explanation that Elon Musk's brain works a little bit differently to theirs to realize that just because he does stuff differently, he's not your typical CEO, he tweets funny stuff on Twitter, trolls people, etc., that he's bad. But this was the general perception. Elon Musk didn't fit into the correct box. He didn't fit the typical CEO template, and therefore Elon's bad and Tesla is doomed. It's been quite the journey, but over the last few years, the analysts have finally woken the up and realized, okay, Tesla's not actually going bankrupt, and then after that they realized, oh, hang on a minute, they appear to have a slight advantage, and now they're starting to realize they have an unassailable lead. The mainstream finance media are a little bit slower off the blocks, but they too are starting to realize that Tesla's going to be a very successful company and are starting to give both Tesla and Elon Musk some credit where it's due. We're at a tipping point now in terms of the consensus opinion about both Tesla, the company, and Elon Musk as a leader and CEO. We're not all the way there yet, but the narrative is clearly changing, and I commend Joe for coming out of the closet and admitting, look, I'm an Elon fanboy, deal with it. The reason this matters a lot more than you might expect is because the mainstream media controls a lot of the narrative, including the opinions and actions of many stock investors out there. The people who are too dumb to watch YouTube, let's just be honest, and there's a lot of them. The reason this matters more than you might imagine, especially if you're a Tesla stock investor, is because just a few years ago, everybody knew that Tesla was a terrible company, the stock was worthless, and Elon Musk was a terrible CEO. And saying anything to the contrary, defying the mainstream narrative, meant that you were a moron and deserve ridicule. In the coming months and years, as Tesla destroys Wall Street expectations quarter after quarter and continue to execute like no other company on the planet, we're going to see this transformation reach its ultimate conclusion. A complete 180. It's only a matter of time until all of the talking heads in the mainstream finance media universally recognize that Tesla is a generational company, that Tesla stock is an incredible opportunity and still undervalued, and that Elon Musk is the greatest CEO of all time. As I've been saying for a few years, it's only a matter of time. Could be months, maybe a few years at absolute max, until everyone looks at Tesla the company and Tesla stock the same way that today they look at Apple the company and Apple stock. It's a no-brainer. It's a growth company, consistent profits, dominant position in the market. You must own this in your portfolio. The same is also true of how people perceived Steve Jobs and will soon perceive Elon Musk. So what's the point? Well, if you haven't figured it out by my relentless plugging of my Tesla stock price targets all the way out to 2031, available exclusively on Patreon, check out the card in the corner or the link in the pinned comment if you don't already have access. The greatest opportunity in terms of Tesla stock is before everybody figures it out, before everybody realizes Tesla is a money printing machine, they have an unassailable lead, they're a highly profitable company, they're growing at a phenomenal rate, and that Elon Musk is the greatest CEO of all time. So I guess what I'm saying is, don't say I didn't warn you. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can get 2 free stocks with WeBull, a free stock with Stake, free Bitcoin with Coinbase, and free Bitcoin with BlockFi, and the BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards credit card. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. And if you're still watching, you're awesome. I read every single comment on this channel and I really appreciate your feedback. So if you've got any thoughts on today's video, questions, comments, or suggestions for a new video, let me know in the comments below. Check the cards on screen now to browse the merch store, join Patreon, or watch the next video.